He crafted a haven, a world of his own, where passions were nurtured, where dreams had grown. From Legos to music, sim racing too, a sanctuary built with care and true. But one sharp tongue, a tempest of blame, tore through his heart, setting passions aflame. "You bore me," she spat, with a bitter tone, striking the foundation he called his home. Welcome to the hallowed halls of Magic's monologue. I'm Magic, your curator of personal growth and the sage keeper of the keys to today's tome of wisdom and knowledge. Today's video, I, 27 female, screamed at my husband, 28 male, over his hobbies, and now he's changed, and I don't know how to fix this. But before embarking on an expedition to knowledge and many people's very poor life choices, I thank you for the thumbs up you've given me, the subscribe, and the smacking of the bell to be instantly notified of new videos. Let's begin the journey. This video will be different from my usual work since switching it up now and then is a nice thing to do. This is the story of a woman who went too far with her husband and is now begging for advice on how to save her marriage. I suspect many of you guys will be able to relate to her husband's experience, as there are a multitude of lessons here. There's an old saying, women marry men hoping they will change, and men marry women hoping they will not. So each inevitably are disappointed. As you are listening, consider this is the guy she settled for. They married at 23 and 24, which in today's world may be too young. Stay to the end for my full rhyme and verse take, my magic insight, and the lessons to watch for, so don't end up like this guy. Of course, guys, I want your comments below in the comment section and tell me what you think of her.
I am a 27-year-old woman who needs advice about a situation with my 28-year-old husband. We have been married for 4 years, and until recently, everything was wonderful. My husband has a dedicated room in our home that serves as his sanctuary. In this space, he keeps all his hobbies, including sim racing equipment, aviation setups, soccer analysis tools, Lego sets, and music production gear. He is very analytical by nature and loves to document and analyze everything from sports to politics. Being slightly on the autism spectrum and quite introverted, he doesn't maintain many close friendships. I am the only person with whom he shares his thoughts and interests completely. He frequently invites me to join him in his space and participate in his interests. While I deeply love him and appreciate his desire to include me, I sometimes need personal time to myself. Recently, I lost control of my emotions and snapped at him. I said many hurtful things that I deeply regret, including telling him that his interests bore me, suggesting he needs to develop a social life, and even questioning my decision to marry him. My anger took over, and I couldn't contain these harsh words in the moment. Since this incident, my husband has undergone a complete personality change. He has abandoned his hobby room entirely and started sleeping on the couch. Our communication has diminished significantly. He even broke our tradition of watching our national soccer team's games together, something he had never missed before. Instead, he was working on his laptop, violating our mutual agreement about not bringing work home. When I questioned him about this behavior, he dismissed the importance of the game and mentioned that perhaps he should emulate his father, a workaholic whom he greatly admires. His comment about understanding why his father divorced at his age particularly alarmed me. Despite my repeated apologies, his only response has been, "It's okay, maybe you're right." He now actively avoids any discussion about his interests when I attempt to engage him. I am terrified that he might be contemplating divorce. While I acknowledge my serious mistake, I am struggling to find ways to rebuild his trust and help him feel valued and loved again. I desperately want to save our marriage, but I am uncertain how to approach the situation and make proper amends. I would greatly appreciate any advice on how to repair our relationship.
All right, let's begin. You said, and I quote, "I lost control of my emotions and snapped at him. I said many hurtful things that I deeply regret, including telling him that his interests bore me, suggesting that he needs to develop a social life, and even questioning my decision to marry him. My anger took over, and I couldn't contain the harsh words in the moment." In the moment? In the moment? Honey, what you did to him was cruel. It would be bad enough for a regular guy. However, you knowingly married a man on the autism spectrum. Therefore, don't even pretend you didn't know what you were signing up for. A lack of emotional control is called dysregulation, and you have it in spades. Saying cruel things to someone you supposedly love in an argument is beyond unacceptable, and the behavior of a really shitty person. There is no "I'm sorry, I say things I don't mean when I get angry," because the truth is people like you do mean them, and you do mean to wound the ones you love, especially when it looks like you're not going to win an argument. This was a man who was trying to share his world with you and make you part of it. And what did you do? You said, and even questioning my decision to marry him. What the hell is wrong with you? Just on that alone, if he was one of my bros, I'd be telling him to kick your ass to the curb and support him in every way I could. Your excuse and lack of accountability, after all, guys, this is his fault she said those things, which screams to me narcissistic traits. Criticizing her husband's hobbies as boring, questioning the marriage, and pushing him to develop a social life could indicate a lack of empathy for his individuality. To me, this suggests a potential tendency to prioritize her needs or perceptions over her. Thus, this is why I say narcissistic tendencies. Oh, and covert resentment flavored chips in the mix as well. But wait, there's more. Let me be clear. You broke him. He committed the cardinal sin of making you the guardian of his heart and emotional world. Something I and others caution men today not to completely do. There is a balance to attain and strive for, as men need to have a purpose, goals, meaning to be the driving force in their lives. Women are attracted to a man with purpose. Yes, provide, protect, take care of your family, and never make a woman the entire universe in your world where 80% of divorces are initiated by women. As a neurodivergent, he will never forget this, and he's given up his world for the likes of you. In my humble opinion, there's no fixing this. You need to let him go. You've done enough damage, and all you are is a constant reminder that he was not good enough, wouldn't be good enough, and never will be unless he becomes like his father. In the comments section below, list out what I missed. Tell me your thoughts, and if you can relate to this guy, tell me your own personal story. Also, Share this with your favorite neurodivergent friend, since I would love their thoughts as well. Now, on to my full version of the rhyme and verse. He crafted a haven, a world of his own, where passions nurtured, where dreams had grown. From Legos to music, sim racing too, a sanctuary built with care and true. But one sharp tongue, a tempest of blame, tore his heart, setting passions aflame. You bore me, she spat, with a bitter tone, striking the foundation he called his home. Now silence lingers, his hobbies set aside, the couch his refuge, where his wounds reside. Her regret rings hollow in his distant gaze, lost in echoes of those cutting days. A man redefined by words unkind, while she scrambles to mend what's left behind. Yet accountability she seeks to delay, for the pain she caused won't fade away. If you found value in this video, help a brother out by giving me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, and share this with at least 3 friends who need to learn from this channel. Confession is good for the soul and this channel. Send me your personal relationship stories to share, or if you see an article online you think I should cover, send the link to stories@magicsmonologue.com. Through this, you are leading by example, encouraging other men to rise higher and ensure you live a life of passion, purpose, and prosperity. If you think this situation was messed up, then check out This Poor Brother's Dilemma, Caught My Mom Cheating, What Shall I Do Now? By clicking here if you're watching on YouTube. Otherwise, if you can't wait for my next new video, then click on one of these right now and watch another. Until next time.